Hi everyone. JDM has been one of the biggest car trends within the last decade. JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Market, meaning cars from Japan. This includes performance and tuners, off-road SUVs, and K-cars. From mangas such as The Initial D and movies such as The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, JDM vehicles have become more popular today. Today, some of the most iconic JDM cars include the Toyota Supra, Nissan GTR R34, and the Honda NSX. Even though these cars are great, but they are very costly. Did you know there are some hidden JDM cars that are affordable to own? Today, we will talk about 9 underrated JDM cars. Before we get into the video, make sure to click on the subscribe button down below and click the bell for the notifications on any new videos on my channel. With that out of the way, let's get into today's video. Number 1. The Lexus SC300. The Lexus SC300 is aimed to be a luxury grand tourer, competing with the Mercedes CL and the BMW 8 Series. This is a good luxurious coupe, especially with the 2JZ engine that shares the same engine with the Toyota Supra. The engine is notoriously reliable, smooth, and powerful, which takes 0 to 60 around 6 seconds. In other words, the Lexus shares several mechanical components with the 2JZ Supra. What is interesting is the price of the Lexus is relatively cheap, which costs around $10,000 for a very nice condition. Compare it with the Supra, the Lexus is a bargain considering it is similar to the Toyota Supra. More importantly, this is a very underrated vehicle that less people know about it. Number 2. The Nissan 300ZX. The Nissan Z line is one of the most iconic sports car line in the Japanese car industry. When people think about Nissan in the JDM community, people will automatically think about the Skyline or the GTR. It's true, those cars are great, but the Z line is more affordable and higher in production. In addition, since both the Z31 and the Z32 are mass-produced, it is very easy to find it cheap. Also, the V6 is considered very reliable and fast, and up to 300 horsepower. A nice condition will cost about $12,000, which is considered a good value for a reliable fun sports car. Number 3. The Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4. Mitsubishi is considered one of the most important and the longest companies in Japan. From making airplanes during World War II and electronic items, Mitsubishi is very important in the Japanese society. In the automotive world, Mitsubishi gave us the Lancer Evo, one of the best rally cars of all time. During the 1990s, Mitsubishi worked together with Chrysler with the Dodge Stealth. Mitsubishi uses the same body from the Dodge Stealth and introduced the 3000 GT. The 3000 GT top-of-the-line model is a VR4, which the performance was very good with the twin-turbo V6 producing 300 horsepower. Compared to all of these cars, the 3000 GT VR4 edition could cost up to $50,000, but the baby brothers still have a very good performance and cost a lot cheaper that could be purchased under $15,000. Number 4. The Mazda RX-8. The Mazda RX-7 is one of the most popular cars in the JDM world. With its success of the powerful rotary engine, the RX-7 is a fan favorite, especially in the Fast and the Furious films. After the RX-7, Mazda continued its rotary-powered sports car and introduced the RX-8 in 2003, up to when it finished its production in 2012. One of the features that many of the sports car does not have is a suicide door that could carry 2 more passengers in the back. Compared to the RX-7, the RX-8 was mass-produced. Compared to all of these JDM cars, both the RX-7 and RX-8 is the least reliable due to its rotary engine that could be costly and hard to fix. However, it is still possible to find the RX-8 affordable, costing around $10,000. Since today, the RX-7 are getting harder to find and more desirable. Number 5. The Acura Legend Coupe. Toyota has Lexus as a luxury car, and Honda's answer to the luxury car is the Acura. The Acura Legend was a flagship sedan, while the coupe shared the similar parts with the sedan. Its main rival is the Lexus SC 400, which is the luxury grand tourer. The technology for this car was very impressive at its time, which had an option of a navigation system and soft closed doors. Although these technologies are very advanced at its time, but even for modern standard, these technology is still very good. Sadly though, the performance for this car is not very strong compared to others on the list. The purpose of this car is a long, comfortable cruiser. But still, the engine is very reliable, smooth to drive, and to own one is very cheap. That a nice condition will cost around $8,000. Number 6. The Mazda MX-5 ND. The Mazda MX-5 is one of the most popular convertible sports cars available to purchase. It's fun and agile to drive, plus it is a very affordable sports car to own. In addition, the first two models, the NA and the MB, is very popular in the JDM and the tuning world, since the MX-5 is affordable and easy to modify. In 2015, Mazda introduced the fourth generation called the ND. Of all the MX-5, it is the most powerful and the fastest MX-5 ever produced. Although it may be expensive with a price tag about $25,000 brand new, while the previous generation models could be easily purchased under $10,000. But it is still a modern JDM car that could be driven for pleasure and could be tuned. Plus, its engine is very reliable, that it could be driven for a long period of time, and still people will appreciate it. Number 7. The Toyota Supra A70. Anyone who is into JDM cars would know the iconic 2JZ Supra. In the previous model, the A70, it is still a fun Supra to own. Although it may not be as fast and powerful compared to the next generation with 230 horsepower with a 6-cylinder engine, it is still a Supra. Also, it is very easy to modify, and what is best is it is very affordable. The average asking price is definitely under $10,000. In addition, the Supra A7 attended many motoring events, such as the Japanese Touring Car Championship and other rally car events. Sure, it may not have the fun to the 2JZ Supra, but it is still a fun Toyota sports cars from the 1980s. Number 8. The Infiniti Q60 Coupe. Nissan in the early 2000s introduced the G35 sedan, which was a fun, luxurious compact sedan competing with the BMW 3 Series. Along with the sedan, Infiniti also sells a coupe version called the G37. Indeed, it was a great car and became another popular car in the JDM world. In 2014, Infiniti updated the G35 and the G37 to the Q50 and the Q60. Both the new updated cars are pretty good and looks very modern. But these cars are not strong competitors with the German rivals. Still, Infiniti created the Red Sport Edition with a V6 making 400 horsepower and 0 to 60 about 4.5 seconds. Even though this might be an expensive for $60,000, but it is a good modern JDM car that could be tuned and have fun with. In addition, since the Infiniti brand is not as strong compared to its competitors, it is possible to purchase this car at a large discount. Number 9. The Lexus GS F. Lexus in 2016 introduced the GS F, which was the performance version of the Lexus GS, the midsize luxury sedan. The GS F was the top-of-the-line GS that cost nearly $80,000. The main competitor for this car is the BMW M5 and the Mercedes E63 AMG. However, the performance for this car was not strong compared to its competitor. Its naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 was only able to produce 467 horsepower. Even though it may be slow, but it is a very reliable performance car, along with some advanced technologies that could last for a long time. In a few years, when this car depreciates, this will start to become a JDM performance car and a good valid performance car, especially when its reliable V8 could be tuned. So there you have it. What are your thoughts on my list? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also, make sure to click on that subscribe button down below and click the bell for any notifications on any future videos on my channel. Thank you.